Hey guys, it's DeLong Games. Welcome back to the channel. And let me be real, I'm sick today. I'm homesick today. Um, but this video is important, so here we go. If this is your first visit to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find me over on the socials down below. We stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Usually streaming single player and superhero video games. Also do superhero content, lore dives, and all that kind of stuff. But that's not what we're doing today. So I think some of you might know something about my background as a content creator. I have been kind of a writer my entire life, pursuing journalism my entire life, but I've only really been doing it as a job for a couple years, and it's all the usual excuses. I don't have time, I can't afford school, all this other kind of stuff. And then I went through some things a couple years ago. I survived a wildfire that destroyed everything that I owned. Um, but in that, I found a purpose. But being a freelance writer is hard. Getting paid next to nothing for articles or not getting paid at all is hard. Trying to break into gaming journalism, gaming content is hard. Kind of knowing what you're going to do with your life at any point is very, very difficult.
I shouldn't be alive. Unless it was for a reason. I'm not crazy, Pepper. I just finally know what I have to do.
And after working at a minimum wage job for a long time, getting paid next to nothing, being sidelined for my efforts, my creativity, my talent, and was that because of my disability. Full disclosure, I have a disability. I have cerebral palsy, and but I was very, very lucky in terms of how it affected me. It only really affected my legs and my ankles and stuff. And so, lots of other people way worse off in wheelchairs, legally blind, those kinds of things. And were my lack of opportunities due to me being disabled? There's really no way to know. But after working this minimum wage job for a long time, right after this fire had happened, I had sort of this moment where I went back to school, got my degree at the age of 43, started going to conventions, started trying to get journalism work.
Either as a performer or as a person playing?
Well, my favorite one as a gamer is Snake Eater. I think that's sort of a perfect game.
Yeah.
But I love them all, and performance-wise, I really love Metal Gear 4 because Old Snake is just getting older and older as the game goes on.
Getting to play that very different version of Peter Parker. What was that like for you? With the original series about, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before about the suit.
Yes.
I wanted to ask, sort of what it was like to put it on for the first time. Is it heavy?
Happy to be there for you to give you something. I've seen your byline. Maybe it's just through Twitter or everything else. But
I mean, I know that name for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's through bylines or if it's through just Kind of Funny community and stuff like that. It is like, now it's very well known how tough this is and how hard this is. And you know what I mean? Like, there's that hunger and fire to you when you're starting off.
You talk about your excitement for the game, and you put out this really fantastic review that I just got a chance to check out, and it's awesome. And I've been a big fan of your work and the care that with you write with.
But I still, to this day, am still struggling, still grinding, still trying to get into gaming content. But after I got my degree in 2024, there was a moment when I almost gave up. Like I almost decided, screw it. I'm just going to be a regular journalist. I'm going to give up on this dream. And I almost gave up. And then I came across this video, which we are going to react to today. And it's called Starting Over at 30. This is by Syndee Goodman. A lot of you probably know Syndee Goodman from IGN, who you know, for the last couple years or however long, has kind of gone off on her own. She's you know, left IGN, but I found this video, and this video is something that sometimes we will see something that we need to see right when we need to see it, and this is one of those videos. And so we're going to react to it, and so I hope that Sydnee finds this video and that she sees it, and not because I want any kind of recognition or collaboration, just I want her to know that I saw this and that it meant something to me. I saw this and it was important to me. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. As I said, this is called Starting Over at 30.
You're lost. No clue what to do, where to go. It's embarrassing. It's stressful. Your parents want you to be a doctor, maybe a dentist. You can't let them down. But there's this thing you've always wanted to do.
Opening act. It's like, and it is the perfect 250 yards, 1 touchdown.
You're too old to start now. You can't pay your bills doing that.
And neither should you. I will look your problems right in the face and say,
You've never done anything like it. Why would you be able to do it now?
she did it on the first try. It was incredible.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, there's someone in a ski mask outside my apartment door. I'm freaking out. Please.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, there's someone in a ski mask.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, there's someone in a ski mask outside my apartment door. I'm freaking out. Please. Stalker. I had to testify in court. I was told it was my fault. I was too much. Too much skin in my pictures, too much smiling in my videos, too much of my experience online. I must have wanted the attention. I got the restraining order, but I was scared, which was a problem because a huge part of my job, my favorite part of my job, was to be on camera, and I loved my job. Everything should be final.
It's so inspiring that she's gone through so much. And you know, this is one of those. So I've seen this video before, and I watched the entire thing. And when I watched this video, I watched this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, it was one of those like, oh my God, I needed to see this, you know. But it's so inspiring that she's been through so much, that she was able to pull herself back up from just someone else kind of taking her power away. And it's just so inspiring.
Soon. I feel so far from the person who did it scared, who didn't have answers, and it didn't matter. Maybe the reason people fear aging is because you look back and are moving further and further from the person you used to be, and you don't like what you're moving toward. And suddenly, a thought.
I think I don't know if that if I have a fear of death. I am definitely afraid of things suddenly ending, of it being a painful thing, of it being a, you know, I'm gonna die alone thing. And you know, I am married. I have a good wife, a good person in my life. I have a good life. But I think the thing that actually scares me is the idea that I'm going to run out of time, that I waited too long to do what I really wanted to do, and that I'm going to spend most of my life chasing something that I'm never going to attain. And I feel like a lot of people feel like that. I feel like a lot of people will feel like that, and or they will say, hey, you know what, a lot of my friends don't have a job in their chosen degree field, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there isn't. But my ambition has always been my curse, and I definitely am not satisfied with how things are, where things are, professionally speaking, emotionally speaking. Physically, I'm doing okay. But it's just, that moment of that kind of like that speech from Iron Man. You know, you find your purpose and you're never willing to stop trying to achieve it.
I would face 30 fears head on in my 30th year. That would mean I need to face one fear every 12 days. I've been stuck for 5 years. No way. Watch Legally Blonde. We see her struggle. Publicly dumped, socially humiliated, unwanted advances, and yet she overcomes. We leave her in a perfect package. Her journey complete. She's got the guy. She graduates top of her class. Cute, perfect, beautiful, done. I know this isn't news, but life isn't like that. The journey is only complete once it's done. There will be hardship after hardship, reason after reason to not do the thing, until the day you die. Every day you have choices that you make. These choices turn into habits. The habits make up your days, your weeks, your years, and eventually your life. What if the best day of your life is still ahead?
And so yeah, that's pretty much it. That's this video. And like I said, this is just a quick 4-minute video. I've subscribed to the channel since then, obviously, but I feel like if you are at the end of your rope, or if you're unsure of what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go, sometimes we find something that will give us that kick, that nudge. And for me, this was this video. And I know that seems like a really simple thing, but Syndee Goodman, I got my degree. I have a job in my chosen field, and I'm not going to give up. And it's because of you. Because of you, I'm never going to stop trying to roll the thing. That's going to about do it for this video. Once again, I am Sam DeLong from DeLong Games, and I'll see you guys on the next one.